Welcome to the Flippin' Hippos reseller channel. I'm Star. If you're new here, you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. It helps us feed our hungry hippos. Today, I want to talk to you about why you should have an eBay store and which eBay store is going to be best for you. So I have some tabs pulled up we're going to go over with together. So I'll share my screen with you guys and we can talk about this. Last month, Seller Scoop, one of the myths that they talked about busting was that store subscriptions aren't for everyone. So I'm just going to go over this myth busting card with you real quick. eBay store subscriptions are often misunderstood. You don't have to be a large seller, a big seller, full-time seller to benefit from having a store subscription on eBay. It's not beneficial only for certain types of sellers. Small scale sellers gain from store subscriptions as well because they get the tools, the promotions, lower fees. A basic store cost is cost effective for those with fewer listings. They're not too expensive and they are worth the investment. They start at $4.95 a month, and we're going to go over all of them in a second. But the subscriptions offer different tiers to fit different needs and budgets. You will be able to save on fees and boost your sales visibility, which makes this a smart investment. And eBay stores do enhance search visibility through customizable storefronts and promotional tools. Now, the word on the street is that just by having an eBay store subscription, you've already given your listings a boost in the searches. There are many things that you can do to help your listings be seen and given preferential treatment by the algorithm, and having a store is one of those. I'm a firm believer in all the things. So if there's 10 things that you can do to boost your visibility, I'm going to do all 10. I want as many things in my favor as possible. I want them all to be cohesively working together to give me the biggest advantage that I can get. So having a store is the first thing. Once you have the store, then you have all of these tools available to you. The storefront. If you have a store subscription, you get a storefront. There is the argument from some sellers that buyers on eBay are searching for one specific item. They go to ebay.com. They go to the search bar. They may sort by search. They may sort their search by highest price to lowest, lowest to high, free shipping, things like that, but that they're never going to shop you specifically. I believe that is also a myth. Do 100% of the folks that buy from us come back and buy again? No. Do I get repeat buyers? Absolutely. Do I get folks coming to my storefront and digging around looking for things? Absolutely. Because again, I use all of the tools together cohesively to give me an advantage. The storefront, you can also make your branding. You can make yourself stand out. And buyers can come here if they do want to look through your store specifically and not just in general on eBay. So how do you get buyers to come back? How do you get those repeat buyers? How do you make buyers go to your items for more than one thing to purchase? Several ways. The newsletter. If you set up a newsletter, a one-time, one-off, or you can have one that's set up to go out on its own every 2 weeks. You can offer coupons in your newsletter. You can remind people who've looked at your store. You can remind past buyers. You can send out coupons on their own without a newsletter. You can use the newsletter just to kind of entice people. There's a lot of ways you can use the newsletters. Then there's the coupons. Let's see where I put those. You can use coupons, an order discount. You can set up sales. You can set up shipping discounts, and you can do volume pricing. These are all ways to entice buyers to not only buy from you one time, but to come back or go to your storefront and look for more. I set up a coupon every weekend. If a buyer purchases 2 or more items from us, they get 50% off. They're going to go to my store. If they're there for a piece of jewelry or a pair of jeans or a comic book, they're going to go look for more. Sales like that entice people. Also, having sale events on will boost your searches in the algorithm. You can offer shipping discounts. So if you sell lightweight items, like we sell a lot of jewelry and comics, I have a shipping discount set up so that they can get a $7 flat rate if they buy more than one. These are all things that come with your store subscription, and I suggest using all of them together to create your best chances at success. Not just one of them, not just pick and choose, all of them all the time. I did about maybe 2-3 months ago put out a video of all of the things that I do to give ourselves the best chance and our stores the best success. It's a lengthy video. It's almost an hour long, but it is really worth watching. So I will link that at the end. And I did a video on how to set up newsletters. So I'll link that at the end as well. But if you have any more questions, if you want to see me show you via screen share or tutorials how to do any of this, please feel free to leave it in the comments. I'm more than happy to come back and create more videos on this subject and show you guys how to use these tools that come with your store subscription. This is your best chance at success. Even if you only get the basic store, you get all these tools that will enable you. If you only have 100 listings, 50 listings, if you're just part-time or a hobby seller, that $4.95 a month is still really, really worth the tools that you get. You also, after not the $4.95 one, the basic store and up, will get a coupon to use for eBay shipping supplies, and that is invaluable. We have the premium store, so I pay $60 a month, but I get a $50 coupon for supplies. So I feel like I'm only paying $10 a month for my store, and the supplies are great. I alternate on what we get. Sometimes we get these padded mailers. Let me make myself big so you can see. Sometimes we get these padded mailers. This is what I mail our comic books in. Of course, they have cardboard on either side of the comic book inside of here, but it's padded. This is also what I mail our remote controls in, video games, any other smaller electronics, and larger pieces of jewelry. Now, I do purchase the envelopes that I use for most of my jewelry. These are padded. They're very inexpensive on Amazon. But if it's a larger, like a big honkin' chonkin' necklace, I'll use these. Sometimes I use my store coupon for tape. And sometimes I use my store coupon for polymailers. This is what I ship all of my plushies in and clothing, small plushies. I have larger ones of these, also eBay branded, that fit my larger guys like Stitch here, that I also got with my store coupon. I just kind of assess. You get a coupon every quarter, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. So every quarter. So 3 times a year, 4 times a year, you get a coupon to use. And I just assess. What are we low on? What do we need? What are we selling the most of? What have I just sourced the most of? What do I need for us for our uses that month, that quarter, that quarter? But you get them quarterly. So you get those coupons as well if you have higher than that $4.95 store. But if you're a very small hobby seller, the $4.95 a month subscription would probably be enough for you. You won't get these free supplies, but you get all of the other tools. You also have the ability to set up promoted listings. And let's go over which eBay store option is right for you. So if you go to ebay.com, Seller Center, payment, I'm going to link this for you down below. That'll be easier. You can actually go through a questionnaire and answer some questions. I'm not sharing my screen. There we go. You can answer some questions and they'll kind of tell you what's right for you, or you can just come down here and look at the comparison. I don't know why it won't slide over to the, because I'm being a dingbat. Okay, non-dingbat star is here to help. A starter store is $4.95 a month. You get 250 listings a month with that included that you list for free. Anything over 250 is 30-cent insertion fee. please do not forget that every month your listings renew themselves. So if you started on eBay fresh, brand new today, and you listed 250 items in June, in July, whatever you didn't sell, 200 of them, 150, they're going to renew themselves. So let's say you list 250 items in June, you sell 100. In July, those other 150 are going to automatically renew themselves, and you're only going to have 100 left of the ones included in your subscription. Then anything above that's 30 cents. Your basic store, $21.95 a month. You get 1,000 listings, 25 cents insertion fee. You get free auctions, 250 of those. With the premium store, for $59.95, you get 10,000 listings with a 10-cent insertion fee above that and 500 auctions. The Anchor store is 25,000 listings per month and 1,000 auctions, and it's $300 a month. And then you can see the Enterprise store here. I don't think any of us are at the Enterprise level, but there it is for you. So you can go through here and just kind of figure out what your needs are. We stay here at the premium store. I have 5,000 active listings listed, and I list approximately 300 to 400 new ones each month and sell, like, we have like a 0.5% sell-through rate on most of our stuff, 1% on video games and higher. So that's what you have to do. You have to sit down and do the math. Here's what I have listed. Here's what I usually sell. And here's what I'm going to keep listing. And once you are, like, say you have the basic store, if you are consistently having 1,000 or more above what's included, you know, you're paying 25 cents per. So you would be paying an extra, like, $2.50, I think. I'm really terrible at math. 0.25 times 100, $25. So $25 plus $22 is right at $50. So you're still below what the premium store is going to cost you. Do you see what I'm saying? You don't want to move up to the next level until what you're paying for your store subscription cost plus your extra listings is equal to or more than the next level. So really, if you have 2,000 listings a month and you are only paying that 25 cents for the extra ones on your basic store, you're paying 25. So you're not exceeding $60. You don't want to jump from 22 to 60 until you have to. I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to explain it in a way that would make sense to folks who aren't as good at math as like I am. People like Keith can look at this and take 2 seconds to think in his head and tell you this is the one you need, blah, 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 based on this. That's not me. I'm not a math person. But I still think it's relatively easy to figure out for yourself. And if you want help, you can go up here. So let's say you do 2,000 a month. And let's say you're just casual. It's going to come down here and show you the ones. But if you do 10,000, it's going to show you these. So it just kind of pops down to where you should be. And it kind of gives you your options here with the blue. Do you see the recommended? So if you do 2,000 a month and you're casual, it's recommending either the basic or the premium, and that's when that math takes place. So you just have to figure out what you're listing each month, what you already have listed, and how much of that is going to renew itself, and what you're paying in total. Once that total is equal to or more than the next level, that's when you want to go up. Even with, we have 5,400 active listings. Even with that and consistently listing 10 to 15 items a day, we're fine with the basic store. So I don't really see many of us going above the basic store unless you really, really plan on expanding and really growing your business. Maybe you're going to end up in a warehouse with employees. That's when you're going to get those higher level ones. Most of the people that I know are where I'm at on that premium or at the basic. And then I do have some friends that are hobby sellers that are on that starter store. So that's how you decide which store is best for you. And those are all the things that come with the store. So even if you are a hobby seller, I absolutely recommend you at least get the $4.95 store subscription so that you have all those tools. And then again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you want me to go over any of this again or show you how to do any of the newsletters, coupons, sales, I'll either link you to a video I've already done on it in the comments, or I can do a new tutorial. The graphics here I did with Canva. Canva has a free version and a paid version. The free version is perfectly a-okay for someone just making a few graphics for their eBay store. Also, the eBay itself offers their editor, and I always forget how to go to it because there it is. I don't really use theirs. I always use Canva. But if you go to manage my store and then you go edit on your banner, you can say design with Vista Create, and it actually will create an eBay banner for you with all the right dimensions and the right size, so you don't have to worry about that. If you do it in Canva, you do kind of have to worry about that on your own. But I did these all in Canva, but you can use Vistaprint through eBay. They offer that option. And this little logo right here, I actually did on ChatGPT. I just asked it to create me a logo with a purple hippo inside of a straw hut with the word Flippin' Hippos below it. And that's what it created me. And then I went into Canva and I took the white square and put it on that background to match. You can be very simple like this, or you can have actual pictures on here. So you could have a picture of your most prized Disney plush on the front, or comic book, jewelry. I used to actually put the pictures on the front of items from that category, but then they would sell and I would constantly be worried about changing it. So I decided to just go with branding ourselves as having this purple color and just being kind of simple. And then also what you can do on your store's front. I don't have mine set up. Well, do as I say and not as I do, because you can set up a discount here. And that's just because it looks like my discount expired. So if you set your banner up here and your sale expires, it is going to not show anymore. I'm going to very quickly try to set this up again so you guys can see it. Okay. And see it so you guys can see it. And hopefully that will work. Let me publish it. Yeah. Oh, I'm still in the edit. Okay, great. So now when buyers come to my storefront, they can see the clearance and it takes them to my clearance. You can set that up however you want. Just keep in mind, unlike me, when your sale expires and a new one comes in, this will go away. You have to reset it up. I set my sales up every week. Again, I'll link that video telling you how I do things. But my ended over the Memorial Day weekend. As did my promoted listings. A bunch of stuff happened over the Memorial Day weekend, and I've been spending all week trying to get my shit back together, which always happens after you take time off. But again, if you have any comments, questions, you want to see something, you want to know if I have a video showing you how to do something, just let me know. I'm more than happy to help you guys. This really is a teaching channel. I only come on here because I like to talk, and I like to help, and I like to teach, and I like to show people how to do things in ways that are going to be more effective and more efficient, more productive, and make everyone more successful. I'm not gatekeeping anything. There is room at the top for all of us. And I would rather give everyone a hand up to be here with me than to gatekeep and keep people from being as successful as me. So go get a storefront, set that up, get your little graphics, get your sales and your newsletters and your coupons all rolling. All the tools that you get with your store subscription that you pay for, are there for you to use, and you should be using them. There's also the social tab where you can put your listings on Pinterest and Instagram. Pinterest and Instagram. Did I say Pinterest? Pinterest and Instagram. There's all kinds of tools. It's really, really worth it. So go get yourself set up for success. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.